Why can a boy feel like a girl and a girl feel like a boy? And the most important question, what does science actually say about this? The answer lies in gender identity. Identity is how we define ourselves. It can be national, when someone strongly identifies as American. Professional, when a person sees themselves as a specialist. Political, when someone clearly understands their beliefs. Religious, when a person chooses a faith different from the one they were born into. And there is gender identity. Sex and gender are closely related, but they are not the same. Biological sex is determined by physical characteristics, chromosomes, hormones, reproductive organs. Gender, on the other hand, is more subjective. It reflects how a person experiences themselves internally and socially. That's why gender identity is often called social gender. For most people, biological sex and gender identity are aligned. This is called being cisgender. But sometimes they don't match. A biologically male person may feel female. A biologically female person may feel male. Or a person's sense of self may not strongly align with either category. These people are called transgender. This has nothing to do with sexual orientation, and it is not necessarily the result of childhood trauma. Transgender people are mentally healthy. The mismatch they experience is not a mental illness. For a long time, however, society and even medicine refused to accept this. In the past, transgender people were subjected to so-called corrective treatments. These approaches were borrowed from punitive psychiatry. Patients were exposed to electric shocks. They were given nausea-inducing drugs while being shown images meant to trigger discomfort. The goal was simple: to suppress identity through fear and pain. This is known as aversive or reparative therapy. Today, these methods are considered unethical and are banned in most developed countries. Modern approaches focus on voluntary psychological support, individual or group counseling. But even that has limited effectiveness when it comes to changing gender identity. One tragic case clearly demonstrates how deeply rooted gender identity is. In the 1960s, a boy named Bruce Reimer suffered a catastrophic surgical injury during infancy. His penis was severely damaged. Psychologist John Money advised the parents to raise the child as a girl. Bruce was renamed Brenda, given hormones, and raised female. But despite years of effort, it didn't work. Brenda rejected traditionally female toys and clothing. During adolescence, severe depression and suicidal thoughts appeared. At age 14, Brenda told her parents the truth. "I am not a girl." Later, after multiple surgeries, Bruce transitioned back and changed his name to David. Today, this case is cited as strong evidence that gender identity cannot be imposed from the outside. Because of lessons like this, modern medicine has changed course. Today, transgender adults, and in some cases adolescents, can undergo gender transition. This process aims to align physical characteristics with internal identity. Those who complete medical transition are often called transsexual, though terminology continues to evolve. It may sound extreme. Changing a haircut can be stressful. Changing sex seems unimaginable. But medically, these procedures have existed for nearly a century. The first chest reconstruction surgeries were performed in Berlin in the late 1920s. In 1930, Danish artist Einar Wegener became Lily Elbe after one of the first known genital surgeries. These procedures are complex, but not primitive. They are not violent mutilations, as myths often claim. Modern surgical outcomes allow many transgender people to live full social and intimate lives. Surgery, however, is only one part of transition. Hormone therapy plays a central role. Transgender men may take testosterone. Transgender women may take estrogen and anti-androgens. Hormones gradually change voice, body fat distribution, muscle mass, and other secondary sex characteristics. But the most important factor is internal identity. Transition is not about becoming someone else. It is about aligning the outside with what has always existed inside. Gender identity conflict is not a sentence. It is a human condition, and modern medicine does not create transgender people. It helps them live in harmony with themselves when biology and identity do not match. And that's baby science for you.